Hi, welcome. Let me show you how we can add many animated objects to the game framework. You can imagine them as being the enemies the player should fight or whatever. So for the sake of this example, we are using black balls, but you can imagine small images and small monsters or whatever. Using here a constructor function is interesting because we can design a sort of class, I mean a bit like Java classes or C# classes if we make a comparison with other object-oriented languages. So we just say that a ball has an X position, a Y position, an angle, a speed, the V here is for the speed, and a radius. And we also say that each ball will be able to move and to be drawn on the screen. So it's a way to encapsulate in one single function the properties and the methods for manipulating the balls. And the advantage is that now we can create many balls using the new operator and passing different parameters here. Let's have a look at a function that will build a certain amount of balls with different parameters. We called it createBalls. It takes as a parameter a number of balls and will, in a loop, create new balls. The new ball here will create a ball with a random X position, a random Y position, a random angle between 0 and 2p, and a random speed and a given size. So I can change the size here, or I can use another size. So the radius is a fixed parameter here. And every ball is added to an array. So we've got a variable called ball array that contains all the balls. At the initialization, when the page is loaded, we call this createBall function that will fill the ball array. The main loop is called 60 times per second and goes along the whole ball array. And for each ball in the array, we will call move that will change the X and Y position depending on the angle and the speed of the ball. And we will draw the balls. In the middle, we test if the ball is colliding with the side, and we change the angle. And I can just call create balls with a large number. Here I created 100 balls, here 1000 balls. And I can change some of their properties. So this small example that is 50 lines of code long, we can just take the functions and add them inside the game framework. So here, what we did is that we just added the ball array in the ball array variable inside the game framework. We call the createBalls in the start function of the game framework. Start function, I'm inside here, so I create 160 balls or 760 balls or one ball, so I can do whatever I like. And we call the draw ball and move ball from inside the animation loop. So if you look at the animation loop here, we clear the canvas, we draw the monster, and we update the monster position to take into account the keys. If I press some keys, the monster moves. So we called updateBalls that will move all the balls and draw all the balls. So here what we have is that we've got the last example with the moving monster plus a set of enemies that are animated.